Good day, ma'am. Our problem statement is all about nutrient deficiency of plant in the Philippines. The common problem in the Philippines, which is nutrient deficiency of plant. Like for example, lack of micronutrients, lack of macronutrients. There are some common symptoms of nutrients deficiencies such as chlorosis, foliage color changes, overall plant stunting, and sometimes necrosis. Plants can also suffer deficiencies where the growing conditions are poor and the plants are unable to take up nutrients. Plants need the right combination of nutrients to live, grow, and reproduce. When plants suffer from malnutrition, they show symptoms of being unhealthy. Too little or too much or any nutrient can cause problem. So, next reporter discuss about the existing solution of nutrient deficiency of plant in the Philippines.
Nutrient deficiency can have a significant impact on agriculture, resulting in reduced crop yields or reduced plant quality. Nutrient deficiency can also lead to reduced overall biodiversity since plants serve as the producer that support most food webs. The best treatment for nutrient toxicity or deficiency is to prevent it from ever occurring. To sum up, in biotechnology, nutrient deficiency occurs when a plant lacks sufficient quantity of an essential nutrients required for plant growth. So without sufficient essential nutrients, the plants will not grow well and show various symptoms to express the deficiency. So I encourage all the farmers, we need to have a full support, knowledge, and find a solution in terms to our crop problems for having a successful field. So that would be all.
The existing solution of nitrogen deficiency in plants. Nitrogen deficiency, to fix nitrogen deficiency, first check the level of your fertilizer to be sure that you are using the proper dilution rate. Even a small discrepancy could affect your plants. So, a phosphorus deficiency, when the temperature of your indoor garden or nutrient solution falls below 55 degrees Fahrenheit, plants take up less phosphorus than they need. If you've determined that the temperature is not the problem, treat your plants to bone meal supplement that rich in phosphorus. Affected leaves do not recover, but the new growth will be healthy.
Hello ma'am, this is one of the existing solutions in our problem, which is nutrients deficiencies of plant. The application of appropriate micronutrients either by foliar spray or directly in the soil became necessary to combat both types of micronutrients deficiencies, that is visual and hidden, and adapting nutrient management techniques that farmer can improve nutrients management practices by applying nutrients, fertilizer, and manure in the right amount at the right time of year with the right method and with the right placement.
New plant breeding technologies including genetically modified organisms and gene-edited crops could possibly be a game changer. They could contribute to higher crop yields, lower use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, better crop resilience to climate stress, reduce post-harvest losses, and more nutritious foods. However, NPVTs are not yet widely used and accepted. Transgenic GMOs in particular are often seen very critical. Even though 30 years of research and commercial applications suggest that GMOs are not riskier than conventionally bred crops, there continue to be a widespread concerns about possible negative health and environmental consequences.
For additional purpose solution, these concerns have led to safety regulations that are more for GMO than for any other agricultural technology. Given the most of the GMO commercialized up till now were developed by large multinational companies. There are also economic and social concerns related to market power and unequal benefits distribution. Our concerns have also been voiced for the more recent gene-edited crops. This potential raised an actual observed impact of new plant breeding technologies, with a particular emphasis on their role for food security and sustainable agricultural development. Fertilized soils as well as livestock operation are also vulnerable to nutrient losses to the air. Nitrogen can be lost from farm fields in the form of gases, nitrogen-based compounds like ammonia and nitrogen oxide. Ammonia can be harmful for aquatic life if large amounts are deposited from atmosphere to surface water. Nitrous oxide is a potent greenhouse gas. There are many ways that farmers can reduce nutrient losses from their operation, including but not limited to: first, adopting nutrients management techniques. Farmer can improve nutrients management practice by applying nutrients like fertilizer and manure in the right amount and the right time of year with the right method and the right placement. Using conservation drainage practices. Drainage water can carry soluble from nitrogen and phosphorus, so strategies are needed to reduce nutrient loads while maintaining adequate drainage from crop production. Conservation drainage describe practices including modifying drainage system design and operation. Wood chip, bioreactor, saturated buffer, and modification to the drainage ditch system.
Ensuring year-round ground cover. Farmers can plant cover crops or perennial species to prevent periods of bare ground on farm fields, when the soil are the most susceptible to erosion and loss into water waste. Planting field buffers. Farmers can plant trees, shrubs, and grasses along the edges of field. This is especially important for a field that borders water bodies. Planted buffers can help prevent nutrient loss from fields by absorbing and or lifting out nutrients before they reach a water body. Implementing conservation tillage. Farmers can reduce how often and how intensely the fields are tilled. Doing so can help to improve soil health and reduce erosion, runoff, and soil compaction, and therefore the chance of nutrient reaching waterways through runoff. Managing livestock access to streams. Farmers and ranchers can install fence along streams, rivers, and lakes to block access from animals to help restore stream banks and prevent excess nutrients from entering the water. Engaging in watershed efforts. The collaboration of a wide range of people, stakeholders, and organizations across an entire watershed is vital to reducing nutrient pollution to our water and air. Farmers can play an important leadership role in these efforts when they get involved and engage with their state governments, farm organizations, conservation groups, educational.
So, in soil testing, farmers need soil testing procedures to assess soil for potential plant available nutrients. Soil testing is the foremost best management practices. It helps farmers achieve profitable crops while protecting the environment from excessive fertilization and nutrients losses. These publications describe the important steps required to test soil for potential plant and available nutrients. Plant analysis has proved to be a very effective means of predicting fertilizer needs of plant. It has been used as a diagnostic tool for many years to determine nutrients deficiencies from most growers rely primarily on visual symptoms, plant tissue analysis, and soil testing analysis. Plant analysis and soil testing go hand in hand. A soil test provides an index of the nutrients that is potentially available for the crop. Plant analysis tells how much of that potential available nutrients is actually taken by the plant.
The soil testing method, 1:1 dilution method. This method has been used for many years and has a good interpretive data to back it up. In this test, an air-dried sample of soil and water are mixed together with a volume ratio of 1 part of soil and 2 parts of water. The liquid extract is then separated from solid using laboratory-grade filter paper or a common coffee filter. The extract is then ready for analysis. This is a very easy test to master and create suitable for ongoing greenhouse testing of pH and soluble salt using methods available for greenhouse suppliers. The 1:2 method is a very good choice for occasional pH and soluble salt testing by growers on site.
Regulatory process. First, we have the project proposal for the submission to Department of Agriculture. Detailed proposal, we have basic information. In the basic information, we have title of the project, proponents, implementing agency, project duration, project location, and total budget requested. And next is technical description. In the technical description, we have rationale, objective, review of literature, methodology, work plan, budgetary summary, logical framework, project summary, and potential intellectual property. Second regulatory process, we have submit the proposal to the RIA, which to conduct risk assessment. Regulatory Impact Assessment or RIA is a systematic approach to critically assessing the positive and negative effect proposed and existing regulation and non-regulatory alternatives. Third is the regulatory process is the apply permit to NCBP to conduct with soil method. National Committee on Biosafe of the Philippines or NCBP has been established to oversee compliance with policies and guidelines in all institutions, public or private, as well as to coordinate with the appropriate national bodies that have regulatory powers over any violation.
And today, I discuss about the nutrient deficiency of plants in the Philippines, about the regulations and the regulatory process for complete and successful on the endorsement of National Committee of Biosafety in the Philippines is interagency and multi-sector efforts to develop biosafety policies in the country and standards in technical and procedural actors by agencies to promote the biosafety in the Philippines. And the BPI Biotechnology Core Team, they review the conditions in the biosafety permit to approve genetically modified applications and resolves issues pertaining to the biotechnology matters and evaluate reports and proposal relevant to biotechnology, and they coordinate the network activities with other government and private agencies on biotechnology regulations.
Regulatory process is conduct field method or test after the field method each field is evaluated. So conducting a field method is very important because this analysis is carried out in the field. So using apparatus made specifically for field use. So a significant advantage of field analysis is the tests are carried out on the fresh samples whose characteristics have been contaminated or otherwise changed as a result of storage in a container. So, field analysis is necessary for temperature, transparency, and pH. So, another advantage of field analysis is the samples are highly unlikely to lose the labels that identify the time of the place of the sampling. Some of the methods used in the field analysis produce less accurate results than those that can be used in a well-equipped station. Also provides an opportunity to preserve the integrity of the research that created the product or services. Proposing a commercialization plan to introduce research output to larger audiences may help distinguish your research proposal and highlight the innovativeness that you bring to your research program. And it is important to remember that commercialization can range from selecting the appropriate open source license to a traditional fee-bearing license agreement. The bottom line is that we want to protect the value of the research while enabling others to